Libra, I don't know who needs to hear this, but the hardest place for you to flourish is going to be in the place in which you grew up, around the familiar people. And this is because they know too much about your older self. They've seen your old self in action too many times, and they will start saying things like, I knew you when you were, okay? I knew you when you did da da da. I knew you how. I knew you where. And they'll never be able to know who you've become because they still stuck on when, the version that you was way back then. And I feel like somebody could definitely be trying to figure out why friends, why family won't adapt to their new self. I do feel like you have been showing up in your new, not even new, evolved self. You could be showing up as your highest self, your higher self. You could have left things, old identities that you used to identify with, and maybe you used to show up, and you used to show up angry, or you used to show up in ways that are negative. And for some of you guys, you can be very, very frustrated because it's like, I'm doing all this work to change, and no one is acknowledging it. I'm doing all this work to change. I've changed my name, and people keep calling me by the same name. People keep on identifying me with this old type of person that I have outgrew years ago. People are expecting me to react in certain ways that I haven't even reacted in for years. Why does it seem like people are being so hard on me to change? Or people are making it seem like this change is impossible when I have still been showing up for year after year in this new identity. For some of you guys, this could be months. Some of you guys, you could be a couple of days in this. And it's like, I'm still not, that. And you're kind of wondering, why is it so hard for this person to wrap their minds around the fact that I have changed? Why is it so hard for you to wrap your mind around the fact that I'm changed? That I'm not the same person that I was, that I made those mistakes in the past, and I've learned from those mistakes in the past, and those mistakes made me change into this beautiful being that I am now, and that I'm still on this cycle of change and growth and evolution. Why can't you quite love me in my change? And it's because they remember too much of who you were. They've seen you in action. Everything in them won't even allow them to see you in the new. So remember that what a person says to you, what a person calls you, and as you get older, you kind of realize that it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. So maybe this person wants to change themselves and they don't have the strength in changing. So they look at you like, yeah, this is a phase. You could have been changed for 10 years. It's like equivalent to a person who could have been like, I quit smoking or I quit drinking. And every single time this person asks you, you want to drink? Oh, you ain't drinking? Oh, like they forgot that you've changed. And I do feel like maybe this person wants to kind of like, maybe they want to change. Maybe they want to get into this energy where they are like, they aren't so victimized, or they're not a victim to their addictions as well, and maybe they can't quite see it on you. But it has nothing to do, that will be the hardest place to flourish, because these people think they know you, and they're mistaken. They know the old you. They have no idea who this new person is. They know the old you. They don't know who you've become. They know exactly who you were. They can tell you about who you were forever. They could tell you about, they have stories about it, but they have yet to rub elbows or rub shoulders with the person who you've become. And this is a reminder to not take it personally. This is a reminder for you to realize, for you to keep on stepping in your change, for you to keep on walking in your authenticity, for you to keep on evolving. We are here to evolve. We're not here to stay the same. So there could also be a person that could be telling you could be doubting you or could be like shaming you for changing. Just because the person that you were in the past, you're not that anymore. Just because the things that you liked in the past, you don't like anymore. You know, just because the things you used to say in the past, you don't say anymore. Music you could have listened to, you don't listen to anymore. Shows, you don't watch them anymore. And that's a person who could be shaming you. They could be calling you out of your name because of your change. Keep on walking in your change. Okay, keep on walking. And just because you know these people, just because you may share last names with these people, does not give their opinion height. Just don't give their opinion height. Their opinion doesn't come to the forefront just because, you know, you're my family or because you're a friend that I've known for a while. Your opinion of this change doesn't come to the forefront of it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a need for you to keep on walking, and it will be hard for you to flourish in front of those people because sometimes they're not going to see you in this new light. Everybody else sees you in this new light, but for some reason you have a hard time bringing your family or your friends or the people who know you, who knew you back then, into this new light. That's why a lot of people, they have different relationships as they move to different heights. They meet different people. Okay, because it's kind of hard for some people to wrap their head around change. They resist change everywhere they go. They resist it. All right, let's get into this reading. I'm already ready to get into the reading. All right, let's get into it. I will be switching things up with the morning inspo, so don't be alarmed if you see a couple of things changing. It's at that time where I want to change the spread, kind of get some type of different insight for the morning inspo. All right, so today we're going into my favorite deck today, which is the Sacred Rebels Oracle. You know, I only use that for special occasions. And today we have, I am unstoppable. Yes, you are unstoppable. They can't stop you. They tried to stop you, but they can't. I am unstoppable. Let's say that together 4 times. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. It says, what is one action I could take this year that will make the greatest impact on my life? What is stopping me? This year, while we still have time, what is something you can do to finish out this year, to make sure that you end this year with a bang that's going to still have a great impact on your life? What is one thing that you can do that you probably haven't done to kind of like end this year off with a bang? You still have time. For some of you guys, that's a message. You still have time for something. You still got time and opportunity. Okay? Pure luck in all endeavors is coming out from the blessing bag, which is beautiful today. Somebody has a pocket full of money. And for some of you guys, there's a person that is faithful to you. They are really they are telling you the truth. They're not lying to you at all. Like, this person is really, really faithful to you. This person is really, really, this is your people. This person is really, really loyal to you. They're not lying to you. They're not trying to pull one over your head. But you do have pure luck in all endeavors. Anything you put your mind to, you'll be able to have. Anything that you put your heart to, you'll be able to have. You do have the rose. It indicates beauty on the outside, but something not so good on the inside, okay? I do feel like that there's a person who kind of needs to get in tune with themselves. On the outside, they can be appearing, okay, so it's given like this gentleman. All right, so on the outside, there's a person who kind of, and this could have something to do with kids. On the outside, they're acting like they're okay with something, but really, really, they're not. They're not okay with something that has to do with kids, okay? Something that has to do with a child or a new beginning. Like, they're really not okay with it. They're smiling, but for real, they don't, they don't really even, they're not happy about it. For real, they're not happy about it at all. Let's see. What do we have for Libra? The tarot energy of the day. We got the Four of Swords. Rest, 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 rest. And you have the High Priestess. There's an answer. Somebody's going to get an answer coming directly from God, directly from the universe, directly from Spirit. Somebody's going to get some type of breakthrough, some type of wisdom. But first, there's a need for you to rest. I feel like you could be moving, you're overthinking something. There's a need for you to rest your mind. There's a need for you to rest yourself. You're overthinking. You got the Page of Cups. Yeah, about love. Some of you guys could be overthinking about love. Some of you guys are questioning whether... And I feel like on the inside, on the outside, everything looks good. But you kind of feel like something's not right on the inside. I do feel like you could have had people lie to you or make something appear like it was all good, only for you to find out that it wasn't really when you deeply got into something. So I do feel like when a person could be telling you all these sweet nothings and they could be like, you know, everything's good, you feel like they're hiding something. This could be a masculine here. I do also feel like that there's a lot of insight that's coming to you when it has to do with work and where you need to place your energy. For some of you guys, you could be feeling like, where do I need to put all of my energy to? Where do I need to focus my energy the most? If I focus my energy on this way the most, how is that going to benefit me in the long run? If I were to focus my energy on where do I need to put my focus? For some of you guys, you're trying to figure that out. Like, where do I need to focus? Like, where do I need to put my energy? And this is the reason why. It's because you're trying to grow something. Energy grows where energy goes. So where you're trying to grow something, you're trying to, you know, have something manifest in your life. And you're like, okay, for some of you guys, you could have seen how your energy could have manifested or something could have grew in your life that you didn't necessarily want. So you're like, how do I take this energy? You're creating alchemy. This energy over here, I created something that I don't want. How do I pivot all of that energy in something that I do want? So I do feel like you're going to be kind of like zooming in on how you react to things that you don't really want, that you can probably get more of, and kind of creating alchemy to kind of react to things like in that same manner for the things that you actually really, really want, when it makes sense. All right, so let's get into it. Let's see. What messages do we have for Libra today? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. What is the morning inspo for Libra? Diving for light, of course. And you're not doing it in the most peachy, clean places. You're diving for light in like these dark places, okay? So you're very, very bold to dive for light in those spaces. Oh, power of attraction is the overall message. Do you know how powerful your ability to attract what it is that you want is right now? Do you understand how attractive or how magnetic you are? Let me read what a little bit of this, a little bit of it, because this is like also is given. Do you know how the power of two heads are better than one right now? Do you know you're magnetic? Divine feminine, do you know what it is that you can pour in? It says there is such a wonder awaiting you. There are so many beautiful adventures and so much magic yet to be. Can you keep your heart open to what is coming towards you without surrendering your experience of this moment by becoming too future oriented? You see, there is magic in this moment too. There is something arising within you out of the depths of your being. In this process, there is a shift in environment, both internal and external. A fertility is being stimulated. This is your time to play with that fertility, to conceive, to create, and embark upon the process of transformation with an open heart and mind. You may not know where it is all going to lead. All you need to know is that it will be wonderful and exactly perfectly what is needed. Beyond that, allow the energy of fertile growth and abundance that now flows so naturally and richly within you and around you, simply to be. You are a big soul, and with that comes big dreams. So I do feel like that this is a time for you to create. Why did we talk about in the beginning of where it's so hard for you to flourish? I do feel like for some of you guys, you could have went to like a family or a friend, your family or your friends, and asked them their opinions of something new that you want to create, or an idea that you may have that you want to bring to fruition. And I do feel like that they imposed on you, or they could be imposing on you doubt, self-doubt, for you to doubt yourself, because they have these doubting opinions of you. They have this opinion of, they think that they know who you are. Like humans, we try to be like experts, where we kind of feel like that we know who people are and what it is that they're doing and why it is that they're in, and how high they can go and how far they can go. I always like to think about this of when they said, Jay-Z said his uncle told him, that he wouldn't be able to, I guess, become a successful rapper, making, $200,000, let alone 200 million, which is he's worth more than both of those. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like sometimes people try to keep us safe in their idea of success, because our ideas of success is too big for them to even grasp. So the fact that we have these really, really big dreams for ourselves and for other people, it's kind of really, really hard for another person to grasp that idea of what it is that we see for ourselves. And also, on a more spiritual light, I always go by this advice that you can't fully, just because a person can't see what you have inside your belly, it's not their business to, and they can't get it. It's because it's inside your belly. This is your vision. So don't fully expect another person to fully grasp your whole vision. Like, that would be kind of like insane. Just like you probably wouldn't be able to fully grasp another person's whole vision. So I do feel like, just like I said, just because you know this person, just because you have the same last name of this person, just because you share the womb with this person, that does not make their opinion of you law. And I do feel like I've been stepping into that more and more. And I do feel like there's a collective energy that has been rewriting or redefining whose opinions that you put as priority. There needs to be less people in that boat, in that bucket, that you kind of keep, that you care about what it is that they're saying. Like, I mean, you can care, but when you hold it all the way up like this, I really need to, it should be really, really few people who are in that boat that you really even care about what it is that they're saying to you, that can kind of stop your destiny or make you, or make you move or make you stop or go or whatever. So I do feel like that is going to help you out. There's a need for you to understand the power of your own creations, the power of what it is that you've been creating. and just create, no matter what a person is saying to you. Just create. Just completely create. Right now, you're diving for light. And you're diving for light in the darkness. It would be much easier if you were diving for light in the blissful, sweet, loving, and kind. But you have chosen to go in the dark. And this is an advanced task. It's an advanced task that only a rebellious and brave heart is going to attempt, like yourself. So there's something that you're attempting to do, and it's not the most easiest thing because of where you're attempting to do it at. You're attempting to go to this dark place where most people would say there's no light in this, and you're going to go find the light. Your soul has called you to take this deep challenge. There's a need for you to experience a bold and fearless trust in life and become further empowered to live it with zest and courage. So the reason why you're going through this type of time in your life where it kind of seems like you're diving for light in the dark, in the places where, you know, it's not so easy, it's not so inviting, it's not so friendly. It's kind of, sometimes it's pretty much hell, okay? It's pretty much a lot for you to deal with. So the fact that you're going in, you're trying to find the light, the love, all the good things in things that aren't so good, in situations and times that aren't so good in your life. This has a lot to do with how much wisdom and creative juice you have, okay? The fact that you can even imagine that there is light in such darkness, that puts you at the height that you are a creative anyway, right? There are struggles and challenges, inner struggles, that right now you can be going through that could defy your clear understanding. So it's okay if sometimes you may feel confused or you may feel like you don't have all the answers. You literally can't really see clearly right now, and it is because of the environment. There could also be creative blocks. There could be a void, feelings of depression, rage, sadness, fear, anxiety. This could also be you feeling socially awkward for the acceptance that you're getting from other people. There can also be no justification or anything for the evidence of darkness that it is that you're receiving, which means that you can just have these feelings that are just coming up out of nowhere right now. There's a need for you to bear the understanding of darkness and why you need it. A lot of us, we go through this time, this period of darkness, and we don't understand why it's there and why we need it and why is it beneficial and what is the wilderness for anyway, and why do we have to go through suffering and why does pain have to be there? And if you think about like birthing, like any time of this, like if you're going to be birthing a child, there's a series of pain that you go through. There's a process that you go through to birth this life into, you know, this creation into life. So I do feel like you're getting a new understanding about your pain and your trials and your tribulations and your obstacles. And then also you're going for the light and the love in it. You're not accepting the negative anymore. Not really, not in this space. I feel like diving for light comes when you feel like that there's a reason that there is said darkness in your life, that there is this obstacle, and you're going to find the light, you're going to find the love, you're going to find God in the situation. you know, and you're not taking no for an answer. So this is very like a warrior stage. It's very angelic in the sense of you trying to find love, in the sense of you trying to find a meaning to it all. You're trying to find the happiness. But where you're willing to go, there is this warrior sense of it. So this is the angelic warrior is coming out. It's coming through you. All right. You do have defend to the end, the worthwhile in your career coming up here. And this is the energy of the sweet. This is the energy of the illusions painted. And this could be the darkness, okay? It's beneath the illusions, pretty as they may seem, you know what's real. Beneath the lies, sweet though they may sound, you know what is worthwhile. All that is genuinely and truly essential for the heart to throb with life is worthwhile. Anything that dulls it or suffocates its vibrantness or aliveness must be questioned, challenged, and more likely cast aside, for the heart is our key to living an authentic life. You're a sacred warrior, the defender of your heart, of living your truth. You've cried genuine tears for your own grief and also the grief of the world. You've raged at injustice and oppression in your own life and in the world. You felt the need to protect the presence of love, for whilst it's exceptionally powerful, it can too be easily smothered under lies and fear. The sacred warrior must not heed the dangerous voices that say, oh, stop being so sensitive. Stop making such a big deal out of things. Love is the biggest deal there is. What else is worth being so sensitive about? The sacred warrior is vigilant that the presence of love is not chipped away by fear, criticism, doubts, or untruth, even if others find the unflinching honesty of your feelings difficult to understand. That's what we're talking about. People can't grasp you. Even if those feelings are expressed with gentleness and compassion, the sacred warrior honors the task of being more faithful to love than anything else. This includes the fear of loss. Actually, it includes the fear of anything at all. So, which means what it's saying right here is, even if you have to lose some things on your quest for love, the highest vibration of all, even if you have to lose some things, you're ready to. You're ready to lose it all. You're ready to risk it all in the name of love. So with this coming up in career, you're ready to risk it all for the thing that it is that you love to do. You're not afraid of what people have to say about you anymore. You're not afraid of how people are going to view you anymore. You're not afraid of being wrong. You're not afraid of being considered weird or being considered crazy for that thing in which you love. This is beautiful. This is the fact that you found something that lights your heart on fire, sets your heart on fire, and you're going to continue to crave this thing, to go after this thing, because this is something that you truly, truly want. It's almost given, and I'm going to die trying. This is when you understand that this is your purpose. This is something that you are supposed to be doing. And you kind of like get into this sense of like, I don't care. I'm going to fight for this. I don't care of what I have to lose. I don't care about anything. All I care about is my heart, of me following my heart. And this is, you get down to this essence of you following your heart. It's something that really, really means a lot to you. And it has a lot to do with career. So things could be switching a little bit. You're becoming very, very, like you're following your heart when it comes to career. For some of you guys, this could be a very vulnerable moment for you. It's very vulnerable when we go after the things that we love, when we follow our heart and we are bold and out loud with it, unapologetic even. So something could be very, very big, okay? So you have relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. This is you being pushed out of one level of known reality into the higher level of reality, higher voltage reality. It's going to acquire more trust and a heart that is surrendered to the greater heart of the universe. So this is also you saying, I don't care. I love who I love. I don't care. These are my people. I don't care. This is my man. I don't care. This is my woman. This is who I love. This is who I want to be with. This is you. Your heart is taken over. Like, whoever has a problem with this, they can have a problem with that. And that is respectfully, disrespectfully. That's apologetically, unapologetically, in all types of ways. However a person wants to see, whoever had, and this lets me know when I start talking about some type, it's hard for you to flourish. It's hard for you to follow your heart around those people who think that they know you, who they think was best for your heart. They think that they know what's best for your heart. They think that they know what's best for you, better for you than you. So of course you're going to have people telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. There's a person who tells you about career, about what you shouldn't do, what you should do. There's a person who tell you like who you shouldn't love, who you shouldn't like. And for some of you guys, you are tired of holding yourself to those chains, to those bonds, to those things that you are in, and you can easily do this with your eyes closed. But the biggest question is, are you happy? You will be finding yourself asking that question for a while. But does this make me happy? Does this make me fulfilled? Am I happy in this realm? Do I love this person? Do I love doing this? If there's something else that you can do that's going to bring you a bunch of money in your life or bring you a bunch of love, contentment, whatever, and it will be you following your heart, or it may not even be a bunch of money. Maybe the value is in you doing what it is that you want to, you doing what it is that you love for life. What if that's it? What if you being with the person that you love is going to be something? This reading is about the people who you feel like know you the most and who you've given this type of height, this type of, you giving somebody this, all of this authority in your choices, and spirit is telling you no. Don't give that person the authority over you. You have the authority over yourself. So this is you saying, I don't care, I love who I love. And in career, this is you saying, I don't care, I'm going to do what makes me happy. And that's beautiful. And you're diving for light in this dark space, in this void space. And it's a void space because it's what people told you you couldn't do. It's what someone told you you couldn't have. It's what someone told you, you know, that's not for us. It's in the space of unknown. This person or these people who have all of these ideas about you, they haven't even given themselves permission to dream out, to dream outside of the box like you have. So they have the nerve to come to your life and kind of try to boss you around about what you can and can't do, because it is creating cognitive dissonance within them of a place that they weren't able to go, that they don't allow themselves to think outside of the box. Their heart is still speaking to them, but they don't allow themselves to hear it. So they're looking at you like, how dare you follow your heart when I've been afraid for 60 years to follow my heart? Or when I've been afraid to do something, or I've been told the same thing you were told. So why do you have this much courage to do the things that you want to do, and I'm still afraid? And if they were ready to look at that, they could possibly use that to grow. Okay? You have conscious connections coming on the spiritual realm. This is going to be a real hefty. This is a very nutritious read for us. And we're going to only go through one time because these cards are just amazing. On your spiritual plane, Spirit is trying to show you that you need a little bit more conscious connections in your life. call for more intimacy, like-minded people, your tribe, heart-to-heart communication. You may even need to salvage or restore a broken relationship or a friendship. If you're willing to honor your differences and look at what unites you. There is a more sacred connection with people who truly get you and want to play life with you, okay? They want to be, rather than to be at odds with you or rather than to be against you. So here are these kids, and this kind of reminds me of you being on a playground. Some of you guys may have had dreams of playgrounds. It's like your inner child trying to figure out, where's my people? And it's kind of as simple as that child or you going up to that group of people saying, can I play with you guys? And these people saying, of course you can play with us. And you realize that day in recess, do I like these kids? We had fun. Or you go over here and you say, well, these people were mean and they were kind of acting funny about me playing with them in the first place. And you kind of, see where your tribe is. I do feel like for some of you guys, there are more intimate connections that you truly need, that people who get you. I did get this type of reading where I was talking about a person who was kind of like in this energy of not proving themselves anymore. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm not going to keep on proving myself or explaining who I am. It's either you understand or you don't understand. It's either we speak in English or you speak in another language. Or what's going on here? Could you comprehend what I'm saying, or you just don't? That's what I'm getting. Like, I'm just not into like overly explaining myself anymore about who I am or you trying to get me. It's souls that get me and I don't have to explain anything to them. And I feel like as you get older, you're going to understand that there's a certain type of rhythm and you kind of get in where you fit in. And you understand what rhythm best works for you. And sometimes you'll realize that there was a person who you were dancing with for a long time and your rhythm just you don't get this person. And you didn't understand this because you weren't quite paying attention, or you weren't quite attentive to yourself and your feelings and the things that you need, or you weren't paying attention or in tune with self. But now you are in tune with self and you're like, oh, wow, this person completely doesn't get me. So I do feel like there's going to be breaking bonds, bonds coming back into your life and things like that, where you're kind of like, these are my people, and it's set in stone with that. I do feel like that there is some type of unapologeticness about this, like these are my people, this is not my people, or something like that. And you just not, this is not the reading where we're getting Libra to apologize about anything at all. All right, the higher up message is that there is some creative juices that's inside of you, and Spirit is telling you it is time. It is time for you to come on out. It is time for your creations. The moment that you allow those creations inside of you that give you life, that set your heart on fire. The moment that you allow those things to come out of you, you create a path for yourself. You create your own lane. And it's because the universe wants these things. They want to see these things. They want these things to be crystallized. They want them to be something that you can hold in your hand. The moment that you allow the world to see you in your truest essence, which is in your creative juices, you let your heart just shine through. The universe kind of creates this path for you on its own, okay? What's coming towards you is you have a chance to listen for the truth. And this is beneath the words, okay? Rather than the superficial message of the words themselves. This is for the communications around you. This could be in the press, the mass media, the newspaper. You will begin to hear fear in the words and actions of those around you, even if they preach love. Listen deeper for the truth. You are hearing something that is not being said, and that what you are hearing is truthful. Somebody is not saying anything, but you're hearing something. You may feel as though you are the only one that is really ready to hear or see it. Perhaps you've been working in a situation or a loving relationship where truth is consistently denied. We live in a world where truth is frequently avoided out of fear of what it might reveal. At the basis of such actions, consciously or not, is a deep sense of unhealed toxic shame. If you or someone else is fearful that the truth will expose rather than free and heal, then some personal healing is required. It is time for letting go of old wounds in favor of a greater sense of self-love and acceptance. You are being asked right now to love yourself enough to honor the truth. Even if you feel like you are the only one doing so. Why do we need to say you are the only one doing so? Because sometimes, you know, we want company in our choices. We want company when we're afraid, especially when we're vulnerable. We want that company when we're putting ourselves out there. And sometimes, I know more than not, you're going to be the only one that's thrusted out there into the spotlight, into the vulnerability. You'll be the only one that's willing to die for the light, that's willing to follow your heart, that's willing to speak your heart. So even if you are the only one, you have to love and honor yourself enough to speak your truth. It was a saying that just because you may miss your mark on being vulnerable or having integrity, that doesn't give me the permission to miss my mark on purpose. So even if you see people around you not behaving in their nice way, or not behaving in a way that, you know, is respected or is honorable or is truthful, that doesn't give you a right to lie as well. That doesn't give you a right to follow the pact. That doesn't give you a right to kind of like, you know, play dumb too. You still have to stand on your square. Like, don't be afraid to stand on your square, even when other people are afraid to stand on theirs. That's when you stand on it even bolder, even with your chest poked out, because you know you are strong in this moment. You know that in this moment you're doing things that people are afraid to do. And in this moment you have the courage. Your courage should make you feel enlightened. Your courage should make you feel real strong in yourself, instead of feeling like you have to hide away. It's no more of that. You're going to be having an opportunity where you're able to step out on your square, and you're able to speak your truth or live your truth or listen in truth, even when other people around you are going to still be living a lie. Other people around you, they may be talking to you in confidence about something, and they may be kind of like speaking like in confidence, they speak in the truth, but when it comes to really show it, they're still scared. That does not give you the right to kind of step off your square, to get out of alignment with self. Only you know exactly where it is that you're going. So there's a need for you to stand on that square, and understand sometimes standing on that square, it means you'll be standing alone. And that is 100% okay when it comes to you listening to your truth. Maybe right now in this moment, look at it this way. You are being exalted. In this moment, you are the only one brave enough. The only one brave enough to speak the truth, to hear the truth, to see the truth. For me, that looks like an honorable position. That looks like a highly ranked person. That looks like a person being ranked. So don't kind of get into this energy of feeling alone or feeling by yourself that we kind of do as humans. Think about the spiritual aspect of it. Right now, you're being exalted, okay? And the overall message is the power of attraction here. You're ready. Lean into this thing. Lean into this creation. Lean into these fertile moments. Lean into it. Understand the power of your creations. Understand the power of attraction. You are going through this creative process right now, and you are attracting a lot of things to you right now, and especially through your creations, through your ideas, through your God-given wisdom. All right. So that is your morning inspo. I'm going to leave it right here. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up, and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.